Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zita, and on my channel I share with you DIYs and makeovers on a budget. And don't forget to follow me over on my socials at Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Etsy. And today I'll be participating in the Thrift Flip Road Trip hosted by our friends Trish and Kay over at Crafting Cousins and Brandi at Making It My Own DIYs. And to check out all the other wonderful channels that are participating in this open challenge, you can find the playlist in my description box. And I'm coming to you today from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. So let's get started on my DIYs today. For my first DIY, I'll be making over this frame that I picked up from the Habitat for Humanity. I picked up a whole bunch of these, so you're going to be seeing lots of projects coming up with these, and I've already created some. So first I'm going to be painting this up using this beautiful fusion paint called Homestead Blue. Now first I wasn't really sure about this color, if I really liked it or not, but as I've used it more in my projects, I'm liking it more and more. And it kind of has like that green tint to it too, I think. And I'm going to be making a fall sign here today, and with this stencil, thankful, grateful, and blessed. So I'm just centering it out here, and I'm going to tape it down once it's all centered out. And I'm taping up those hearts too, because I really don't want the hearts. So if you have something on a stencil, guys, that you don't want, you can just tape it up and just, you know, so your paint doesn't go in those extra spots. And I'm using this beautiful acrylic paint called Cashmere Tan, which I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and it looks so beautiful with this Homestead Blue color. And you can let me know in the end what you think of this color together. So I did put 3 coats of this Cashmere Tan color on, and I let it dry in between coats. And what you see me doing here, guys, is I'm using a sponge and I'm dabbing it off on some paper so you don't get as much bleed through. So this is what it looks like after the 3 coats, and I think it turned out pretty nice. So now, guys, you'll see in my reveal, I do leave it like this to show you what it looks like without any transfers added on. But first here, I want to give it that distress look, so I'm using that same color to kind of frame it out, and I'm using a sponge brush, guys, and I find that works really well if you want to give it that kind of distress look on the edges without actually distressing it. So here I'm going to be using some Dollar Tree transfers, guys, and if you haven't tried transfers before, I find the Dollar Tree are getting more and more in now, so if you'd like to try them, because they can be quite expensive to buy from some other companies, but they are really nice. So if you'd like to try them out for a less expensive price, go pick some up at the Dollar Tree. So here I've put my little pumpkins in place, and I've burnished those down with a tool I have from some transfers from IOD and Redesign. So I'm just lining up my little pumpkins there. And guys, like I said in the reveal, let me know whether you like it just a simple thankful, grateful, blessed, or with these little pumpkins. And I'm also going to add some leaves too. I think I would have preferred if I had more little of those peach pumpkins there that you see, a couple of them there at the bottom. I think it would have tied in more with the color of the words, but I think it still looks nice, and you can let me know what you think. If you like just a simple thankful, grateful, blessed, or if you like the pumpkins and the leaves that I'm going to add at the top as well, just a few leaves at the top. And these transfers, guys, make your project go really quick. Like if you're looking for something to use to make your project a little more simple, these work really well. So now I'm going to burnish it down with that plastic just to set it in place. So I'm going to add some leaves, and I picked these leaves up from the Dollar Tree as well, guys. So like I said, go check out your Dollar Trees, see if they have any of these transfers, and you can try them out if you don't want to spend like tons of money on like a lot of them. So I'm just putting a few leaves on top, and again, I'm burnishing it down with this little wood tool that I have. And guys, you're gonna see that it will turn kind of translucent when it's ready to come off. So I'm just lining up the leaves here, and again, you'll see me burnish it again, and you'll see that it kind of turns translucent, and that's kind of, you know, that you can take it off. And if it's some of the transfer staying down there as you take it off, just put the plastic back down there and just keep burnishing it until it comes off. So this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like, guys, without all the embellishments. So let me know what you think of the embellishments on there, or do you like it simple? Let me know in the comments, guys. For my next DIY, I'm going to be working on this book stack that I made for Valentine's Day, but I'm going to change it up and use what I have here and just make a fall book stack. So I'm just taking apart the piece there and just taking these are stickers from the dollar store. I did two sides of this book stack so I could change it out if I wanted to, but it was for Valentine's Day on both sides. So like I said, these were just kind of like stickers from the Dollar Tree and it looked really nice. So I'm going to paint them up. I'm going to use this same Fusion Homestead Blue on one, and then the other two I'm going to use this color called Rushmore, which is like a beige color, which is from the American Paint Company that I've had for a while, so I thought I'd use that color up. And the two colors look really beautiful together, and you're gonna see coming up here how beautiful these two colors look together. So what do you think, guys? You think this Homestead Blue looks kind of like a green as well? Let me know in the comments. So there's the Rushmore, and so that's like that color's kind of like a beigey green. What do you think? But I thought these two colors look great for fall. And this paint, like I said, I've had for a while, so I just added some water to thin it out a little bit. So I think this paint must be a clay base. So putting these two colors together, and then once I have those all painted and they're dry, I'm going to use some IOD stamps on here, word stamps, which you'll see coming up here. So here I'm just giving them a little sanding before I put my stamps on there. I'm just smoothing it out. Now here, guys, I did tie them up with a rope, but if I had my time back, I wouldn't really do that before I put my stamps on. So if you're going to make a book stack like this and you're going to use some stamps to put your words on there, just leave them separate first before you put your stamps on. I just wanted to kind of line them up by tying them all together, but you don't really have to do that. So do this portion afterwards. But I just wanted to show you what I did, so you know, you can kind of learn from my mistakes. So I'm just tying it up here, and then once I have it all lined up, I'm going to use my IOD stamps here. I think this is called letterpress. And guys, if you guys are buying these stamps new, you will want to give them a light sanding on the back, just so they have some tooth to grab onto the ink that you're going to put on them. So I've already sanded these before because I've used them before, but I just want to make sure you know that you need to sand them first. So here I'm just lining up my stamps, and I'm going to be spelling out fall, sweet fall. Now, you won't have enough letters sometimes, but you can put another letter in place so you can see where you need to place it. Otherwise, you can just add it afterwards, which you'll see me do here. So I'm just using some little small ink pads here that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, guys. So you can also check out the dollar store for ink pads. I'm not sure if I actually got these from the Dollar Tree or the Dollarama. Here in Canada, we have the Dollarama, and they have some good crafting supplies sometimes as well. So I'm using a green on that top beige color, just so it stands out. And as you'll see here, I had to only have one L, so I have to use the other L afterwards and kind of line it up. And for the middle portion here on the green, I started it with kind of rust color, but it didn't stand out on that green, so I added an orange, and it still didn't really stand out or work out. So you'll see here afterwards, I try a white ink on it, which was okay, but then I went with an orange marker, and then finally a white paint pen, which you'll see in the end, and it turned out pretty good. So on the top here, I thought I'm gonna add some leaves, and these stamps are also from IOD. And again, you'll need to sand them first. So here I'm applying a green ink and a rust colored ink. I want it to kind of have that fall leaf kind of look that was changing colors. And you can let me know in the comments what you think of this, if you think I should have left it all green or if you like these two colors. But this turned out really nice. Look how beautiful that stamp is, guys. It's so detailed. So as you can see here, the orange color didn't show up, so this is when I used the white ink, and I still wasn't really pleased with how it looks, so I go over it with an orange marker, like I said, and then finally in the end, after the orange marker dried, I added some white paint marker, and it did look really nice in the end. So guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and click that notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you when I post new videos. I'm trying to grow my channel, and I would love some more DIY friends. So again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and let's become crafting buddies. So here, you'll see what the white looks like, and it looks kind of messy, and this is where I started with the orange marker. This was quite the process, guys. And like I said, kind of let it dry in between, or else it will smear. So I'm thinking these darker colors is probably best to go with a white. But here I'm adding a polyvine varnish on top, guys, and let your ink dry before you apply that. And now I'm just putting it all together, so let me know in the comments what you think of this piece. For my next DIY, I'm going to be making over this metal water can that I had sitting out on my patio that I wasn't really using. So I thought I'm going to create a little fall project with it. So first, guys, because this is metal, I'm using the Fusion Ultra Grip. This is going to help your paint stick to the metal a lot easier if you put this on first. So I put this on, let it dry, and then I'm going to be using my Fusion Homestead Blue paint color again. So this is what it looks like when it dries. And so here's the Homestead Blue. As you can see, I'm getting used to this color now, and I think it looks really nice for a fall color, and with like yellow and golds and stuff like that, and rust colors. So I'm painting all of this up, and guys, this fusion paint is so good for coverage. Like, I only use one coat of paint on this, so if you're looking to cut down on how many layers of paint you put on, because that'll save time, right? So you can try this fusion paint. And once I get that all painted and dried, I'm going to be using another IOD stamp, but their script stamp, which is really beautiful. It didn't really turn out the way that I wanted it, like as clean as I wanted it, I guess. Like, the stamps are really hard to use on a round surface when you know, the stamps are big. I did have a smaller script stamp, but I just wanted the script to be larger instead of small. So you'll see coming up here the little bit of trouble that I had with the script stamp. First, I kind of just laid the script stamp down on my workspace and kind of pressed the watering can on the stamp, but that didn't really work out. So there's the stamp, and there's a little small one, and I've used these before, so I've already sanded them up. So this is the color that I'm going to be using. Now, this first ink here I got from, I think, the dollar store. I think it was kind of dried up or not much ink left on it, so I used another one that I had picked up at Walmart, and this was kind of like a rust color too. So once you, so this is how I started out doing it, guys, by putting the water can on it, but it didn't really work out. Like, a portion of it didn't transfer onto the watering can. So I wouldn't do it this way again. So you'll see me apply it on top the next time on the other side. So you can really see it on that side, so I can't see it. There was a whole spot missing, and it was kind of messed up in certain areas. So this is the way I went forward, placing it on top instead of placing the watering can on the print. So it is looking a little messy, but you know, it's rustic looking, so that's okay. And that color I find kind of looks like rust. So, you know, the can kind of looks like it's rusted, but in a script print. So this side worked out a lot better. It's still a little messy, but again, it has that rustic feel to it. So now I'm going to be putting this transfer on top of it, and that's it. I thought that worked out nice because it's a rust color as well. Like, it matches the script on there. And I picked these up at the Dollar Tree as well, guys. So it says, so I'm going to be covering up that kind of like a blank spot there that didn't have the script. So let me know, guys, what you think of this script stamp on there. Would you guys have just left it plain and just added this transfer, or do you like the script stamp on there? Does it kind of look like rust to you guys? So I burnished that down. Now I'm going to put a couple leaves on the side of that Happiness is Homemade transfer, just to make it look more fall-like. And I'm just going to burnish those with my tool. And once I have those burnished on, guys, I was going to put some black wax all over this piece, but if you're going to do that, guys, let your ink dry for at least a few days, because it's going to smear. I even, you know, tried to dry this ink with a heat gun, but it still doesn't dry it all the way. So there's the black wax that I'm going to put on. So you're going to see that it kind of looks smeared, but it's in the back, so no one's going to see it. So you also can spray a clear sealant on there as well if you don't want to wait, you know, until that ink is dry. So here I'm just putting in my fall florals, guys, and it looks so beautiful with this homestead blue color. And this piece is done after this. So once you see this in the reveal, guys, let me know what you think of it. And I've posted all of the DIYs I've done today in my reveal as well. Let me know which one is your favorite. I hope these DIYs give you some inspiration for your fall DIYs, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.